Howdy, neighbor, and welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live for this September 18th, 2015.
Nope.
What did I say?
2015.
I did, didn't I? 2025.
Well, if our website can go back, we can go back.
That's right. Let's go back to current day. And happy birthday to the United States Air Force today.
I'm singing that song this morning.
Is that right?
Yes. Of course, that song used to have Army Air Corps, and then in 1949 it became the U.S. Air Force.
Right.
Yeah.
I recall going down to San Antonio and Lackland Air Force Base and hearing my son be part of the group that sang that. He wasn't in the choir. You had to sing it if you were newly. Now, I imagine some of them were probably just mouthing the words. I don't know. But
the Glee Club.
Precisely. Yeah. Well, they weren't really a Glee Club. They were the actual newbies. So
My dad was down at Lackland for a while.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. That was boot camp for even back then. So, yeah.
Even when it was the Army Air Corps?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes,
I did not
sir.
know that.
Yep.
Welcome to the program. Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at news, sports, and this date in history. But we always start off with the forecast to see how things are working out weather-wise.
Well, if you want rain, there's hope in sight, but not for the rest of this week. Mostly sunny skies through the weekend with highs in the mid-80s and overnight lows about 63. But it looks like there's a chance of rain moving in Monday, and that chance of rain with us each day as far as my app went, which was Saturday. So we're going to get it all once instead of just spreading it out here and there.
Well, I kept seeing the forecasters last night say Sunday, maybe Monday, and a slight chance, but it's a chance.
Yeah, I'll take a drop if you can give it to me right now.
Well, careful. I don't have an umbrella.
I'll take a drop.
Coming up in just a moment, we'll get you caught up to date with news. But first, we want to tell you about our clearance sale going on at Hometown Motors Incorporated for the Skag product that they have. You walk in, you'll see Skag, and it'll probably be going out the door. So you better hurry because these clearance prices are not going to last. Once the clearance inventory is gone, so are the low prices with them. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. You can give them a call to find out if they still have Skag on the floor. And then also you can stop in, better yet, and make sure that you get your Skag. Once you have Skag, you'll not go back, from what I'm told. Hometown Motors Incorporated, your store for the great outdoors. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Welcome back to the program. We have news to share with you. We can tell you that our website is It's on crutches, but it's operating.
Yeah.
We can tell you that much. But we still have some tweaking to do to it, but it has returned. And you'll be able to, where it says up here at the top, Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week, we're going to be announcing this week's Pet of the Week coming up before the end of this program. We're not sure if I'll be able to put it onto the website today, however. So if you want to find out who it is, you keep listening, keep watching, all right?
All right.
That's all just ahead.
One of our top stories that you saw there at flash by on the website at the regularly scheduled meeting this past Wednesday night, Union Township trustees in Ross County voted unanimously to cut the township's inside mill property tax rates by 30% to offset impacts of Ross County's state-mandated reevaluation for 2026 on local taxpayers. This action followed months' worth of engagement and coordination with Ross County Auditor Jeff Leonard to avoid Union Township residents experiencing an unvoted property tax hike next year on the portion of Ross County tax bills the trustees are able to influence. Auditor Leonard says he hopes other townships in the county will consider following suit. We did post that last night on our Facebook site since we were not able to get it on the website at that time. It's since been added, but a lot of people are already commenting, naming their township. What about this? What about this? So keep an eye out on that. Dan told you about this earlier in the week. Well, this was kind of a neat video. The Tressel Fitness Challenge came to Teays Valley Schools yesterday as students lined the halls to cheer on former Buckeye coach and now Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel and former Buckeye great Ted Ginn Jr.
And these are actually the halls of Scioto Elementary, which is, the building is different than when I went to school there, because when I went to school, it's gone. Yeah. But they built a new facility behind where that was. And I had a quick little interaction with my niece, who is a teacher there, and she said it was a big day. But I didn't realize that one of my classmates was there. Mm-hmm. She works for the state of Ohio, and I saw later there was a picture of April Berriman. She was there with Coach Tressel, and she said it was a big, big day.
Wonder if Champ Henson showed up.
I don't know.
Of course, Champ, of course, is a longtime Pickaway County commissioner. He had nothing to do with Ohio State football when Coach Tressel was there, right. But he himself played for the late, great Woody Hayes many years ago. And
we also want to say thank you to Traffic Light Sports. Jacob Meredith, he shared some photos with us. I failed to pass those on to Mr. Hand, too, to share for us today, so I apologize. Get a thumbs down every once in a while. Thumbs up for Dance for Kids' Sake. And yesterday we had in studio with us the ever lovely Erin Alsop. She is the director and president and CEO of the Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Central Ohio. It's coming up Saturday, October 18th, Dance for Kids' Sake at the Shoemaker Center. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year, which raised over $92,000 last year. Erin tells us how those funds are being used by the mentoring agency.
All of the money that is raised at the event is able to stay completely local to serve the 5 counties where we offer services: Ross, Pike, Pickaway, Fayette, and Highland. And it allows us to expand and improve our school-based programs. So we are in schools doing mentorship one-on-one with high schoolers and elementary or middle schoolers. And then also in our community-based program where we have adult volunteers connected one-on-one in a mentoring relationship with a child. So just, adding a little bit of worth to that child's life, a little bit, an adult who they can look up to, that they can trust, that they can talk to, that can support them, that they can help them make better decisions and choose a better lifestyle.
The event's tables are all sold out, but you can still help support the dancers by visiting BBBSSCO. That's all an acronym for Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Central Ohio.org. Under events, you'll see these folks that are dancing for kids' sake. Downtown Chillicothe's Tiffany Baldwin visited this morning with a reminder for Oktoberfest this Saturday on East 2nd Street. Tiffany fills us in on what to expect.
First of all, there's an entry fee to get into the event. So it's $5 to get in unless you are dressed in costume. Then it'll be $3. So if you have a dirndl or lederhosen or another kind of German costume, by all means, wear it. So we have a contest going on that evening. The first contest is at 7:30, and that is our beer chugging contest. At 8:30 is our Stein holding contest, and then 9:30 is our yodeling contest. So each of those contests do come with prizes. So it gives you a little bit of an incentive to compete. Each of them are $50 for the top place, with the exception of the costume contest. That'll be $25 for the top male and $25 for the top female. With the Stein holding contest, I do want to mention that we are a state qualifier, so the top male and the top female have the chance to go to Cincinnati to compete in the state competition. So it's pretty cool because you're representing our area. And then we also have the Weiner Races.
Yes.
So that's a big thing that goes on too. And that'll be at 5 p.m.
Remember, this is a family-friendly event, too, and the monies raised go to the lighting of the downtown Chillicothe area south of Water Street towards the courthouse for Christmas. You can learn more when you go to the Facebook page for Downtown Chillicothe.
Ross County Suicide Prevention Coalition invites you to the powerful night of storytelling, strength, and survival with Kevin Hines, a survivor, filmmaker, and globally recognized mental health advocate. We've been speaking about Kevin over the last couple of weeks in some of our special editions. He will speak at 7 p.m. tonight at Chillicothe School Auditorium.
We have not received confirmation, but there is a possibility we may get a chance to talk with Kevin this afternoon. I've not heard back from his booking agent, which is also his wife.
Gotcha. The 2025 Washington Courthouse Scarecrow Festival will be up and running starting tomorrow. It's 3 days of free family fun, live music all weekend, food trucks, a beer garden with a $10 entry, artisans and craft vendors, rides, a car show, free kids activities, and the headline entertainment includes That Arena Rock Show, as well as country music star Montgomery Gentry.
Ohio's been awarded the 2025 National Gold Medal Award for Excellence in Park and Recreation Management. That's this morning from the American Academy for Park and Recreation Administration. In partnership with the National Recreation and Park Association, Ohio earned the Gold Medal Award over fellow finalists Florida and Wyoming. It's all better in Ohio. The annual Freedom Fund Scholarship Banquet for the Ross County NAACP is coming up on Saturday, October 11th, with Chillicothe native and former National Football League player and Chillicothe High School Hall of Fame member. He's a charter member, Garen Veris. He'll be the guest speaker for this event.
And, of course, you can get tickets from NAACP members.
I'd love to be there, but it's my class reunion night.
Yeah.
So I have to go be with the Vikings.
Road report over in Jackson County, a resurfacing project on State Route 776 between the Pike County line and Graham Road. One lane will be maintained with flaggers through this fall.
Coming up, a look at sports. Stick close for that and this date in history, plus our Petland Pet of the Week. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. All you needs to do is simply go to littermedia.com, and anywhere you see Accurate, click on it. It takes you to their website, which is accuratehvac.com. They can help you with your heating, your cooling, and your plumbing. More details at accuratehvac.com.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance, Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
And we mentioned the Kevin Hines program tonight. The Bean Foundation, one of the big sponsors for that as well. Time for sports, and our Litter Media Radio Game of the Week takes us up to Circleville as Amanda Clear Creek comes to town to take on the Tigers, the Aces, and the Tigers going at it at Tiger Stadium. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Mike's names always needed to be in lights. I thought the positioning of this worked out pretty well. You and the stadium lights.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that?
I didn't notice.
Yeah. We'll have the coverage for you on Litter Media Radio with Mike Smith and BJ Daly, and I'll be there along with Aaron Glandon, Mr. Hand 2, on camera.
A return of the Hines Total Health Care Center High School Scoreboard, and last night there were a lot of different sports, but golf took center stage with championships to be awarded. Jackson won the FAC Boys Golf title with a 318, Miami Chase runner-up with a 322. Bloom Carroll defends their MSL Boys Golf Championship with a 330, Circleville finishing 8 strokes back. Co-medalists were Brady Reuter of Circleville and Wes Carr of Bloom Carroll with a 79. In the SOC 2 boys, Western Indians win it going away by 64 strokes. Now, this is not just one match. This is a culmination of matches over the course of the season.
And one of the things about that team, they lost 4 of their 5 starters. They graduated, and they just reloaded this year.
That's
pretty cool.
That's what you call coaching, folks.
Well done, Coach Wes Dutcher.
Portsmouth West won the SOC 3 golf title, followed by South Webster. Caden Corkerton of Waverly was the medalist with the 74. Girls golf, despite falling to Piketon in SVC match number 8, Zane Trace concluded their conference championship run, and there Zane Trace's Rosella Latavo is the player of the year. I believe the boys' final 2 rounds are today, if I'm not mistaken, for the SVC, so we'll have all that later tonight.
Are they playing that out at the JCs?
I believe they're in Portsmouth.
Oh, okay.
They've been down there the last 2 or 3 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. The Reds beat the Cardinals yesterday afternoon to wrap things up. 6-2 the final. Spencer Steer with a big knock, 3-run home run. They return home to face the Cubs beginning tonight. Chicago clinched a playoff berth yesterday. Now, the Reds are a half game back of Arizona in the wild card race, but they're tied with the Giants at 2 games back of the Mets. I'm looking at the Mets schedule. They will finish up with the Padres this afternoon, speaking of the Mets. Then they have 3 at home with the Nationals. And then they're on the road to Chicago to play the Cubs for 3 and in Florida to face the Marlins. I don't know that the Mets are going to let this slip away from them.
I agree. But the Padres have something to play for today.
Yes, they do.
They're chasing the Dodgers for the West Division Championship.
Right.
I think they're a couple games back, if that. So the chances are good the Padres could get them later today.
Yeah, but the Reds need to sweep the Cubs, need to sweep the Pirates, and sweep.
Yeah.
If they win out, I think they got a lock.
Well, they haven't done it all year, but maybe this is the time they're going to catch fire.
Yeah, and it would be that moment where they win 10 straight games and then lose the first game of the playoffs. At any rate, yes. The Guardians, meanwhile, they blanked the Tigers yesterday 4-0. Cleveland finishes up with Detroit this afternoon in Michigan, and then they open a set with the Twins in Minnesota tomorrow. The Guards are 2.5 games back of Boston in the AL wildcard.
Aston.
All right, coming up in a moment, our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week and this Satan history, all just ahead.
A tip of the cap to one of our great sponsors, Litter Quality Propane, online propane monitoring and reporting. Know your home's consumption and gas remaining in the tank. Find out more at litterpropane.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old. And it's time now to announce this week's Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. And it is Odie. Odie belongs to Danielle Evans, who tells us, Odie was given to me by my daughter for Mother's Day. He is the most handsome, full of energy, lovable furball I didn't know I needed. My best buddy for sure. Best Mother's Day gift ever. I think the daughter gets a little credit there too, right? Congratulations, Odie. Looking very patriotic today.
Love that hat.
And you can send your pet nominations to littermedia@gmail.com. You can see all the pets of the week for 2025 at littermedia.com and click on Petland Litter Media of the Week. Pet of the Week. In December, one lucky pet will win Pet of the Year. We'll have a nice trophy and a nice prize from Petland. Time for this date in history.
We're sauntering back to the year 1793. On this date, George Washington lays the cornerstone, and there it is right there. Washington laid here instead of slept here. Lays the cornerstone to the United States Capitol building, the home of the legislative branch of American government. Now, the building would take nearly a century, only government can do this even back then, to complete. As architects came and went, the British set fire to it, and it was called into use during the Civil War. But it all started on this date in 1793.
And as George lays this cornerstone, he says, I will never live long enough to see the building. Right. I cannot tell a lie.
Yeah, I cannot tell a lie. So there you have it.
All right. This date in history. All right, tomorrow, back at it again. It's a Friday edition of Litter Media Live, and we'll have a football game tomorrow night on Litter Media Radio. We invite you to join us for that. And then it's the weekend. Man, a lot of stuff going on this weekend with the Buckeyes not playing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fish fry out at Bonds Chapel Church from 12 until 3. That's happening Saturday. We've got the Constitution movie that's taking place at OU's Bennett Hall Auditorium. We've got Oktoberfest, right. Which we told you about. So a lot of things to do this weekend. Make sure you do it and have a good time at each and every one of those events. All right, that's it for the program. We'll see you tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.